I am in the middle of finishing up my PowerPoint presentation, final project on malaria, and the very, very best part of attending Liberty University is that since it's a Christian-based school, you can talk about interesting things that you're basically not allowed to talk about at Harvard or Stanford. Like the most interesting things, for example, I wrote, as a military man, fully retired U.S. Army, anything that could or ever has been weaponized interests me. While visiting the Panama Canal with my first wife, I wondered if the 22,000 deaths from yellow fever and malaria during the construction of it had anything to do with mass breeding of mosquitoes and such. Military experiments and population control measures can often have long-lasting effects over hundreds of years. The Roman Empire coined the term malaria, or malaria. We will honestly never know if the distribution of malaria in the world is mostly or almost entirely non-man-made. Probably the most interesting thing about malaria is that there are 4 types of it, and it may, at least in some ways, be responsible for accelerating human evolution, assuming that the world is more than 6,000 years old. I don't consider myself a Christian scientist, but I do cherish the wisdom in the Bible and have biblical-based ethics, New Testament. So, it's interesting. If you didn't attend Liberty University, you couldn't talk openly and honestly about stuff like this. For example, as former President Barack Obama and many others have often said, paraphrased, we share a common humanity, a common concern for each other's well-being, or, as the Bible says, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper. My daughters live in a UN nation-state, Cambodia, where they are at risk of contracting malaria in about 60% of the country. And out of 1 million people who get the malaria each year in the Khmer Empire, Kingdom of Cambodia, 1.5 to 10% die from it. So I'm very, very blessed and thankful I'm not attending Harvard, I'm not attending Stanford. I can talk openly and honestly without fear for any kind of retaliation from my professors or classmates for just being honest and open. So that's the benefit of going to Liberty University. You can have much higher level conversations.